Hi, I'm Marley.
I'm Maria.
And I'm Kendra.
Welcome to Cafe Hachidori.
And do we have any cool drinks here?
I'm actually on my second cup of this love tea that you gave me, and I'm super into it.
I'm trying my new herbal mint melody tea thing.
Oh yeah, because you said you were going to run out of the other one. How is it?
I haven't tried it yet, it's really hot.
Sip it!
I have Calpico, which is a Japanese non-carbonated soft drink.
Sweet.
So is it just juice?
Kinda, it's like a yogurt drink, so it's really good for your digestive system.
What does it taste like?
I can't really describe it, it's such a unique flavor.
I'll take your word for it. Alright, so this episode is going to be really short, probably, because we're going to be talking about our favorite characters and favorite characters in general of the Madoka series. I'd like to begin this by saying that in the description box below, we will be having links to 2 different polls that I have found, both from Mal on favorite characters in general from the series, as well as our own poll that we would like everyone to fill out, or those of you who want to fill it out with your own favorite characters. If you could do that, that would be amazing, because we want to look at those results and kind of think about if the ones that I found on Mal are accurate or not, and why that is this case. So I'll start off with saying that on those poll results, both of them, Madoka is the last on favorite characters. And I have a lot of understanding of why people don't like Madoka a lot. Like, I get it. But it's interesting to me on why Madoka is so low, considering, like, I don't actually hate her. She's innocent and naive, but I can't fault her for that, because that's basically who she is, and I don't know, I can't hate her for it. So I'm just interested on why people hate Madoka in general. And also, it's kind of interesting, not really interesting, but fascinating, that Homura and Kyoko tend to be number 1 and number 2. Not that that's an issue, because I think they're wonderful characters. I just think that it's really interesting that people love Homura but hate Madoka when the two kind of come together as a package deal.
See, my thing about that poll is, I think it wasn't because people hate Madoka, it's because they don't like her for particular reasons. So people voted for their favorite characters, who are usually like Homura, Kyoko, or Mami, and because all of the votes went to those main 3, they were left with Madoka, and they were like, I don't know, she's just kind of there. And so they don't really hate her, they just didn't care for her.
I guess we'll talk about our favorite characters. So, who wants to go first?
How about Kendra?
I know you guys were pausing, waiting for me to kind of volunteer.
I know!
You're so excited.
It's because I know Maria's, and Maria knows mine, and you know ours, but we don't know yours.
I know.
Because she just finished the series recently.
And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't really think I have a favorite character for this show. I know for, like, my rankings, my top 2 are between, like, Mami and Homura, but I just, like, the way, I think it's one of those things that everybody in this show is so complicated and so complex and has such incredible fatal flaws that it makes it really hard to kind of root for anybody. I love Mami so much as a character, I really do. I think she's so sweet and she's so amazing. But I think it's funny that she's just kind of really there to, like, she's there as kind of this, like, beginning introduction to the series and into being, like, magical girls and kind of explaining it. But really, after episode 3, she just kind of gets popped the off, and she just doesn't really, like, exist to do anything else other than to spur everybody else on to make really stupid decisions.
Yes. But, see, the reason I laughed when you said Mami or Homura is because those were our 2 top choices for who you were going to pick.
Yeah, and I love Homura because I think she just has, like, morally, I think she's somebody who has, like, a very solid, straight head on her shoulders, and I think she's awesome in the fact that she's willing to kind of sacrifice and put herself through so much and going through, like, this time loop over and over and over and over again just because saving Madoka is so important to her that it doesn't matter how much she suffers or how much that she goes through in an attempt to try to accomplish that goal. But at the same time, it's one of those things that you never even really see about her until, like, the end of the movies, at the end of the series, or even just like watching it through again. And I think I don't love the way that she's kind of presented, in the writers kind of let you fall into that trap of, oh, here's this person and she's got really dark hair and she doesn't talk very much and she's mysterious and therefore she must be evil. So
anything else you want to add on either one of those two?
This show just gets me so f***ing wrecked. Like,
So my favorite character is Mommy, and for the longest time, I guess I really didn't have a favorite character, because I was kind of in the same boat as you, where it's like, they're all good and they're all bad as favorite character-wise go, except for one. And I really kind of fell in love with her a lot more when, after not only watching Rebellion, but talking to my brother, who she is definitely his favorite character as well as my other brother. So both of them also like the exact same character. All three of us, we love Mommy. And it's because you guys can fight me, but I will fight back. And that is with the fact that she is, in terms of fighting capabilities, she is the best magical girl in the entire series. She's able to fight Homura with Homura using time travel. And if anyone else can do that, I don't want to say what I was about to say, but like...
fight you, basically.
No.
I can agree with that. Okay.
And so she's such a badass, along with the fact that she's like the character that I identify the most with in terms of like the kind-hearted mother badass character. So it's like, you know, she's there for the other girls and she's kind-hearted and she's like not Kyoko's kindness, but like a motherly kindness.
Mm-hmm.
And I identify with that a lot because that's kind of like the position I get put into a lot. Not necessarily mothering people, but having that kind of kindness. And then I just also love her outfit a lot. Because and her weaponry. I just really love the fact that she has the guns.
I love Mommy. She's just so elegant in her fighting.
Yes.
Like, she has actual class as a badass.
Class as a badass. Yes, that's a good way to put it.
Can that be a t-shirt? That's a t-shirt.
Yes, let's make it. Class as a badass.
I will make that t-shirt. My favorite character is Kyoko. Reason one being I love girls with ponytails, so I was...
It's your aesthetic.
It is my aesthetic. I am a sucker for ponytail girls.
Anymore.
I mean, I don't care for ponytails myself. I like looking at other girls who have ponytails. Too, because I think she's actually the kindest character in the series. She just comes off really cold and mean because she's learned that being nice doesn't really benefit herself. It ends up hurting other people, including herself, and she found that there's no point in it anymore. So she chooses to be nice. Yeah, especially we can see that when she's trying to save Sayaka. So I think she's extremely tragic, and I just feel so bad for her. Like, she has good intentions, but the world didn't return that for her, so she ended up dying trying to be nice, and it's just so painful.
Yeah.
For Kyoko, I would agree with the fact that she's the kindest girl in the series, because Madoka would be considered kind, but I wouldn't consider her, because she's just so naive and innocent that's why she's kind. You know, Kyoko is kind despite knowing all of the evils of the world, which is a different type of kindness, and it's a very strong type of kindness.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to say that she looks like a cinnamon roll, but they can actually kill you.
Yep, that's Kyoko. So then we can talk about our least favorite characters, because I also want to know your least favorite character, Kendra. But then my least favorite character is Sayaka.
And my least favorite character is Sayaka.
And we can talk about why we don't like Sayaka, but I want to know who your least favorite character is first, Kendra.
I don't think that I could ever pick a least favorite. I think the character that, like, irritates me the most is, like, Madoka really pisses me off.
Ah.
I can see that.
It's not even so much that I don't like her, and I understand why she is the way that she is, but at the same time, I just, having watched the entire thing kind of progress, it's like she's the only character within this entire series that doesn't ever really make any sort of, like, emotional growth, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. It's almost kind of like everybody else who enters into this contract and does this whole thing with the magical girls gains some sort of perspective and some sort of dissonance from it, even if it's not necessarily in a good way. Even Sayaka, which I know that you guys hate, at least she kind of has that thing where she gains some perspective from it, and she's like, you know, I did this, and this was not a good choice for me, and all of the, but at least she kind of has the chance to realize that, whereas Madoka, her wish is a very stupid choice, and she's making that because she thinks that she's trying to help, and she never reaches any point throughout the series where she kind of gets wise to this whole really devious, evil, like, take advantage of game that Kyubei's race is playing.
So, Sayaka, I wouldn't say I necessarily... Okay, I do not like Sayaka. But it's more because she pisses me off rather than it just being like a vehement, I just hate and despise this character. And I would also say that Sayaka, in my perspective, is just extremely selfish in the guise of kindness, and is frustrating because, and that's why that just is what pisses me off, because I just can't handle that kind of personality and that kind of entire thing. And then the moment that the boy that she likes doesn't like her, she gets...
She does, and that's kind of like the whole point of that advice of like, don't make wishes for people because you expect them to kind of love you in return for helping them out.
I don't know. Sayaka just irritates me to the high heavens, and every one of her character choices just really irritates me. Because it's like, at least with Madoka, I can at least push it off with the fact that she's naive and innocent, and like with her ultimate wish, it's not the correct wish, but it's not like she knew which one would have been a better one, because she didn't understand what it meant to be a magical girl.
And that's what pisses me off.
Sayaka, on the other hand, makes her wish, and it's a good wish, and what I can tell, but then everything else that she does from that point off just like irritates me. And then I guess her tomboy character in general, just like with all of the other badasses in the show, hers just comes off as very fake.
Yeah, I think Sayaka just really irritates me more than anything. Because, yes, she is selfish, and she admits that she's stupid, which I cannot emphasize enough how stupid she is. Like, she's incredibly selfish, but the one time that she tries to be selfless and make that wish for her best friend, it doesn't help
She's
anything.
selfish about the way that she goes about it after the fact.
Yes.
Yes. So, she makes that wish trying to be selfless, but it ends up not, like, benefiting her, so she just takes it out on witches and ends up becoming a witch herself, causing problems for her comrades and friends. So, like, she doesn't really see the world around her.
No, she's very self-centered. I would also want to put on to the fact that if all of these girls were regular people, like, you know, people in this world, I could get along with every single one of them, but Sayaka.
I think I would get along with everybody but Homer, honestly.
Homer's a little obsessive, but I think that she's the most reasonable.
Yeah, but like, and that obsession comes from a good place.
Actually, you're right. If it was Homura glasses, pigtail braided Homura from the very beginning, which before she ever became a magical girl, I don't know if I could stand with that Homura. But Homura who like goes around and doesn't let people ask questions because she knows what's right, I think I could get behind that, because I would just have to find out what she's doing, and when she does get the questions asked, it's not like she like hides anything really.
Yeah.
I would be pissed, like, bitch, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of like you get caught in that like catch-22 of like almost like the parenting type role where they're trying to do what's best for you, and they see what's best for you, but you know.
Yeah, they don't tell you why.
Yeah, and you don't necessarily have that benefit of being able to kind of see past that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that because I wouldn't be able to get along with Sayaka, that I don't like Sayaka.
Yeah.
Everybody in this TV show frustrates me.
Yes. Well, this was our introduction into characters. So with this, we will be taking a break for Madoka for a bit. But when we come back, we will be talking about specific characters in terms of any allegory or symbolism or metaphor that has to do with their character in terms of the story, as well as their character in general and their everything that we can think about. So it's time to wrap up then.
If you like what you heard, please like and subscribe us.
And please, please, please answer the poll below. We want to know your opinions.
And we hope you join us again at Cafe Hachidori.
Bye.
Bye.